Here's what the player had to say when submitting the review. I think this was not my best game, but I did okay. Learning how to play Psylocke, I feel like sometimes I get a bit lost and don't have the best target priority. I try to focus on off angles and uptime currently. Looking forward to hearing your thoughts. Thank you. No problem at all. And if you guys didn't know, this player is a member. I've done the review for them in the past and they were able to reach Celestial, and they don't even play hero shooters. So congratulations to you. They're trying to make that climb again. So let's help them out. If you want to support the channel and the content that I create, please consider clicking that join button down below or go to the description below and there will be a link to the channel as well. Lemon Tart as well as the other members, I appreciate all of what you've done. You are the reason I can do things like free reviews and free coaching and all this content that players are digesting for free. You're the reason. So if you guys ever see them, just tell them thank you, because they're the reason why all this is happening. Thank you guys so much. It means a lot. As we said before, we're going to be playing some Psylocke, so let's just hop into it. Let's see what we have. So we're going to go for a flank. You took the long way to go for a flank. I don't think you technically needed to. When you're playing DPS, this is something that I typically like to do. I like to check all the spots where players tend to be hiding. I mean, there's one right there. What we could do is we can just not come out this way, but come out this way. If we come out this way, we're able to see if there's anybody hiding here, maybe on that corner, right here. As we walk out, then we can just turn the corner, see if there's anybody there. Okay, check there. Then we can go up here and check up here. Now you could say, well, Poppin, I went this way too to check to see if anybody's over here. That's true, you can, but you have to put so much more time to reposition yourself into getting into the spot that you want to be in, and we could probably just do it from here way quicker. But that's just kind of something to think about. I'm not telling you what you're doing is wrong or incorrect. Just think about the other opportunities that you can have to be clearing out areas and repositioning into different spots for you and your team. Going this way as well just kind of allows you to get more of a side angle on them and fighting them from here. Right? You don't really want to constantly go in and fight repeatedly. What you're doing is looking for someone to be out of position, and once you find that, you're looking to take them out. It is honestly perfectly fine to just hang with your team in the front line, kind of like this, and just play the fight. Boom, 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 boom. And just keep fighting with them in the front. You don't really need to flank all the time. When you're flanking, you're trying to provide something and really have your team benefit from it. But if there's nothing to benefit from, then yeah, just chill, relax. Okay, get into a little 1v1 here. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. But again, this is kind of why you don't really need to go do really anything fancy. I never do anything fancy with any character. I just play the fundamentals. Right? Unless you have a specific reason to flank, don't flank. So let's just approach the situation and let's just say, all right, Poppin, what does a reason to flank look like? Well, we know right now that we're fighting with our team, right? If we were to flank right now, what's gonna happen? Like, let's just say you are chilling right here around the payload and you're fighting, boom, 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 right? And then you decide to maybe go this way, put yourself in cover and start shooting her. Not her, I'm sorry, shooting the invisible woman. Or you just go over here and start shooting the Loki. What are they gonna do? How are they gonna react? Or they're gonna straight up try to fight you, or what they're gonna do is they're going to start retreating backwards, which there's nothing there, or retreating this way. What happens if you push them far enough back this way? And now you're just chilling. Because they can't see you from here. And if they do try to like go wide and take you out, go right back to that little cubby hole over there. Right here. When you push them back, how are they going to heal their team? Your team effectively just wins this fight just like that off of just moving forward a little bit. And you were already in position to fight your team anyway. This is why it's important to not always look for flanking opportunities or not always go crazy like that, because you can accomplish a lot just by kind of being with your team. Now it works out here where your team was able to KO them, but that really shouldn't have happened that easily. They should have been more around cover. They shouldn't have been just jumping out. Emma Frost players seem to just be really in the open all the time. I honestly do not know why. But yeah, try to use your angles more often and really only try to go for those flanks when necessary. Seems like you started to calm down a little bit, but I don't know if you started to calm down because you were getting punished or you just started to calm down because you decided to calm down. Nice, just trying to hang out. Cool. All right, gotta think about it again. What are we accomplishing with this flank? Well, we know that Star-Lord already ulted, so we're not accomplishing anything. He just wiped our entire team, basically. What we could do is as soon as we hear the legendary, instead of hiding, let's find out where he is and try to take him out. I would have liked for you to just jump up on here and start fighting. Take this space, bam, 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 and then maybe even come up here and just start fighting. Now this stuff is breakable, so be careful. But let's see where he was when you popped it. There he is. Go invisible, maybe dash up here, shoot the guy out the sky. Prevents from KOing your team. These type of things are what you're gonna wanna try to do when you play. Realistically, he most likely will not focus you, like ever. There's no reason to focus the DPS when you can focus the healer unless the DPS is just extremely out of position. And characters that can go invisible can easily get away with surviving. If you guys didn't know, one full clip of the ability is not going to KO you. He has to reload or flip, and then he will KO you. So just keep that in mind. He can't straight up KO you through just one burst. But instead of that, we're focusing on going for a flank that's not really going to do anything for us. We can't accomplish anything here. Now, we did surprisingly accomplish something, but we should not have been able to do this. And this is what we want to remedy, because you are going to be climbing through players that are better than they were last season. So you hit Celestial last season, but the players in Celestial now are not the same skill level as the last season's Celestial. So you want to be very cautious when you're going through plays like this. It was well played, I give it to you, but it just wasn't necessary. Those are the type of plays that can get punished, and they're coin flip plays. You want to be as consistent as possible. Now, we are human, you know, we're going to make mistakes, it is what it is, but you want to be as consistent as possible with your decision making. That doesn't require you to have great mechanics or anything like that. Just game knowledge type of consistency is going to have you excel much more. Like, even when I play Star-Lord, a lot of my decision making, although he is a mechanical character, or Black Panther, they're mechanical, but a lot of the targets that I go for, there's nothing to do with mechanics. Like, a lot of how I play, very rarely am I relying on my mechanics. Mechanics are something that can always come and go. You know, you can miss a combo or something like that, but your game knowledge is always there. It's always dependable. So rely on it a little bit more. Going for a flank, okay. Why are we going for a flank here while our team is fighting? I'm just trying to distract. Perfect, boom, free. You see how you're moving them backwards too? Gain the space that you just provided for yourself. They're only backing up even further because of Wolverine. But if you look back before he even did anything, you were allowing space. Well, look, right here. What is he doing when you're walking up? They're backing up, so take more space. You don't need to be a tank to take space. Everybody can do it. If they give it to you, take it. Move from here to here. Fight them this way. Boom, boom, boom. What are they gonna do? Retreat. You're doing the tank's job without actually having to do anything. It's so easy. It's so easy. Especially because they ulted here with Cloak and Dagger. It's free. But you're staying so far away. Now you're taking the space, but it's kind of pointless. It doesn't really do anything because your team already took it for you, you know? You got a little bit too close. You shouldn't have gotten that close, but just wrong timing. Wrong timing. That's all right though. Get back into it. Look for a flank. Just go look for a flank. Remember, we're trying to like get this cart rolling. What can we do to get it rolling? Every single time that you play DPS, you're focusing on how can I accomplish the goal of helping us win this game. the support and the tank has the same exact thought process going through their head. What can we do to make something happen? What can we do to get this cart moving? If we look at this right now and we take a look at we can even take a look at the scoreboard. So the person on their team that's a major threat is who? It's not Iron Man. He doesn't seem to be doing that great. It's not awful, but it's kind of whatever, right? For the most part, it's going to be the Psylocke and the Star-Lord. And probably the Loki, because Loki with his clones are crazy. So we need to figure out how can we remedy the situation. So as your team spawns, we'll just wait for them. Okay. As they spawn, we know Iron Man's going to be annoying, but Iron Man doesn't really hold space. He's just pelting people with projectiles. But like realistically, you can walk through it in Iron Man because he's in the air. So let's see what we do. Going to the side. Don't attack as soon as you see. Just wait for a second. Maybe even get to another position, like right here. Do not attack instantly. Okay, you engaged instantly. The reason we don't do this is because we can wait for maybe the Star-Lord to come out or the Psylocke to show themselves. We can wait for them to commit first and then read the situation about what you should do next. Imagine you didn't even do this. Imagine we just walked up here and we seen this guy do what he just did. Shoot this guy maybe a few times, slice through him, he's done. All you had to do was wait 2 seconds. All you had to do was wait 2 seconds. Or you could wait for Loki to use his healing thing on somebody or go invisible. Wait for cooldowns to be used and then do your job. Remember, it's more about why we're doing something, not necessarily just popping it off because they're there. You know what I mean? All right, come back into it. Again, you do. I want you every single time you flank. I want you to count to 3. Look at everything that's happening and just count to 3 before you pull the trigger on anything. You're gonna realize how many more opportunities that you have for yourself. You're playing so fast for no reason. Play slower. Relax. Chill. Have a Mai Tai. Do your thing. It's okay. Because if we just took a second to do nothing, let's just say we approached the same situation and we did not pop out yet. Really? Really? You a member of the channel and you watch my videos and we just leaving this guy hanging? This guy's like, yeah, that popping off the guy, he don't know nothing. Look at me, I'm doing whatever I want. I'm getting away with it. Okay, that's so much, I know, but I'm just having a good time. Anyway, that's free. But what are we doing? Just go as soon as we see something for some reason. Like we just go too fast. Play slower, relax. I guarantee you, you're gonna have a way more successful time. You're not gonna be low all the time. You're gonna be chilling. I promise you, I promise you, I promise you. The only thing I can say on why you probably play so quickly is because you're such a slippery character. But don't let that be the reason why you play so quick. If we did the same thing, let's just wait a second. Let's wait a second. Boom. Hang out right here. We can even look through here and see what they're doing. Hang out right here. What's happening? We know that Emma's walking through. Okay. We knew Psylocke was walking through. Imagine if you sat here. It looks like she was going to take this angle anyway. And she came and face checked you. Boom, 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 boom. Insta KO. Insta KO. They can't see you from here. So if we go here, depending on your character model, they can't see you. See, if you sat where that ring was, they wouldn't be able to see you. And you just continue to sit there. And as she decides to face check, because she will, because she wants to flank just like you, you're playing the same character. Boom, boom, boom. Insta KO. You just took out someone without doing anything. All it took was patience. So I'm not going to continue to beat a dead horse, but the name of the game right now is patience. You just need more patience. More patience, more patience, more patience, and you will be able to make way better calls than what you're doing right now. I know Marvel Rivals is a very fast-paced game and everybody likes to button mash and use abilities left and right, but being patient and using your abilities for a reason will net you way more wins than just being a really fast player. Okay? Still able to continue to hold. Just try to flank again. Nice. Okay, we know our team's KO'd, so we just need to chill out. Is she really standing right there? That's hilarious. Our team's KO'd, we need to chill out. Oh, you heard her too. You see how fast you go? Okay, I said I wasn't gonna do it again. It's just, it's so obvious. Well, not obvious, that's not the word I'm looking for. It's so repetitive. It happens every single time you fight. You know your team just got KO'd. Just relax. Hang out. Wait for them to come back. Wait for everybody to get back into their normal habits, and then you go back in and do your thing. Again, the way that you're playing is pretty like coin flippy. It's like it works or it doesn't. Who knows? And that really shouldn't be how you approach any game, honestly. You should never be approaching it that way. Now, whether or not you're actively thinking about it being a coin flip type of game, that's what your gameplay speaks. I would have liked to see you forget the tanks and just wait for someone to walk out, maybe walk past this corner like this and just wait for them. They face check you, you KO them, they don't have a chance to ult like they're doing right now. Because you're right, that target priority is just not there. You're just fighting everything that you see on your screen or whatever's closest to you when you can be making way better decisions. You have to remember, Psylocke can one-shot almost everybody. If you do the combo correctly, she can one-shot almost any target. So, well, except tanks, obviously. So use that to your best ability, you know, make that part of your arsenal. And speaking of making something part of your arsenal, if you would like to make Poppin' Often with Lofton's channel part of your arsenal, make sure you click that join button down below or go to the description down below. There's a link as well where you can help support the channel and the content that I create. Not only that, but if you would like a coaching session, that'd be your best bet as well. A lot of the things that I do, like the breakdown or seminars or just anything free really, is because of the members. So I appreciate all of what you guys are allowing me to do for all the other players that are enjoying it. So again, if you want to help support the channel and the content that I create, please consider clicking that join button and becoming a member. Let's move on to the game. So going back into it, we want to be a little bit more patient. We want to really focus more on what we're doing and why, as I said before. So here we go. I love this skin. It looks so good. So good. They did such a good job. Such a good job. All right, you are doing damage and whatnot. So there's like a double-edged sword here. You could not do anything and effectively not get an ult charge fast, or you can do something and get ult charge faster. However, not doing anything will allow you to get better picks. Fighting all the time will let you get ult charge faster, which effectively helps you get more picks. It is something you're going to have to learn how to balance, but I will say the higher you get, I'd rather you just find a pick rather than charge your ultimate and try to wipe a team. Most of the time when you get your ultimate, especially in higher ranks, you're not even wiping a team, you're just getting a pick. What you could do way more often if you just don't rely on your ultimate to do it. So we could be chilling here. You can see if anybody walks through. You can see whoever decides to get out of position here. You just chill out and wait. As you see, if we were to take advantage of it right now, Cloak and Dagger already used her healing orb. This would be free. Magic is even in here. So you can just capitalize on what your magic does and it's free. You do it from here, but it's so much more work than just being in the right place at the right time instead of trying to get to that place as this happening. But luckily, we're able to pull it off. Again, it is something you're gonna have to balance. You're gonna have to learn when it is best to straight keep firing versus when it's best to kind of hide and relax. I see you did it there, so that's good. Going back, one thing I will say is don't be so predictable. You did the same thing 3 times. Yes, it works. You know, good job on that. But if you keep doing it over and over, it's going to get found out and you're going to get punished. Have something else go up your sleeve. Maybe come this way. Maybe come and be here instead. You know, maybe go through here and shoot through this little entranceway. Whatever. Just be a little bit more unpredictable. Because what they'll do is they'll just force you out and there's not really much you can do about it. But if you come from different angles every single time, it's harder for them to pinpoint where you'll be. And if anybody's looking to effectively have a 1v1 with you, they have to figure out where you are rather than just straight up be like, oh, she's over there. You know what I mean? Nice, looking for the ult. So when we're looking for this ult usage is very important. If we look at what we just did, we have to ask ourselves, why do we really ult here? Let's read the situation one more time. So your team is pretty much back. You have some people, some stragglers. And we decided to go this way and instantly just pop ult. Why? It doesn't do anything. Even if you KO one, you're gonna trade, which is what exactly just happened. On top of that, they're still allowing the cart to move forward. Your team is too far away to even capitalize on what you did, to even move here and hold this angle again. You're effectively accomplishing nothing but getting KOs. They're still moving it forward, right? And now, this is literally, like, if you think about it this way, that shouldn't even happen. You, no way, should be KOing multiple targets like that. But also, their team shouldn't have backed up. Let's go back one more time. I'm being very, very critical because, again, you are trying to get to a very high rank, and I want to make sure that you get there. So if we look at this, where is it? There is no way that a Thor should even go back for you. There is no way that these guys should go back for you. We should be sitting here and waiting and just fighting like this, both of them. But because they decide to do the thing that isn't optimal and turn around and start running towards you, they gave up that space. So what you did looks like you did a good job, but realistically, it was just because their team didn't play the game right. You want to avoid this. Wait until there's a team fight so your team can capitalize on what you just did and we can gain way more out of it. Yes, you got a couple of picks, but again, that doesn't mean that you can take space. If tanks, even if you take out a DPS and a maybe like another tank or a healer or whatever, tanks can still hold without getting pocketed. That's a tactic that you learn when you get to a really, really high rank. Tanks know how to hold spaces without being pocketed by healers. So just because you pick off some people doesn't mean your team can effectively take advantage of it. They weren't really in position to take advantage of it. So just keep that in mind. I don't know why my controller turned off. It's kind of grief, but let's turn it back on. All right. Also, if they would have never turned around, they would have just KO'd that magic when she was doing whatever she was doing. Like, that was free. Don't even know. Star-Lord is even running into your ultimate. Thor is running into your ultimate. This is troll. Now you could say, well, Poppin, if Psylocke ults, you need to clump together. So don't do that. I don't know. Yes, she prioritizes the target that she didn't hit last time. So she's basically always prioritizing new targets, but that's troll. If you could avoid the damage, avoid the damage. All they had to do was ignore her, or ignore you, I'm sorry, and focus here. And after the ult's done, turn around, take you out real quick, and we're back to gaming. Again, I'm being very critical because the higher rank that I do these, the more critical I am. Because I know it means a lot more to you guys that I be this critical, because it's harder for you guys to learn because you're already so good at a lot of the major obvious things, right? Only the little tiny things are what you guys are missing, and it's hard to figure that out sometimes. So we just want to get better at our ult usage. We want to get better at our timing. We want to become more patient and not play so quickly.
Us against the world.
That's unfortunate.
2 points for the talking tree. My husband.
We know that our flank right there wasn't really accomplishing anything anyway, and they were still able to push. This is why you really want to pay more attention to why you're doing stuff. You can gain more out of it if you really know why you're doing it, instead of, well, I'm flanking because I'm flanking, or I'm flanking because I'm trying to distract. That's not really a good reason to flank. Just distracting. You're distracting why? That's a good reason, right? If you're distracting and they're still pushing cart, you're not really accomplishing anything, so there's no reason to really be distracting, right? Always have that reason. And that is the end of the game. And again, it's not to say that you're bad, or not to say that you're not doing things correctly. You are playing well, but playing well isn't going to get you to higher ranks. I don't know how high you want to climb, but you were a Celestial last season, and it's going to be a lot harder to get it this season. And so if you want to get that or higher, you are going to tighten up your gameplay, especially if you plan on continuing to play Psylocke. Again, I think you're doing okay. We can fine tune it and just make it even better. Again, thank you for supporting the channel. I do appreciate it. And any of you guys that would like to also support the channel, click that join button down below, or in the description, there'll be a link as well. You can become a member and help us support the channel as well. That being said, if you would like coaching, please, by all means, again, just click that join button down below, and you can see if that's something that you would like. Thank you guys for watching, and until next time, you know what I always say. Thank you guys for doing what? Popping on them. Well.